So it requires wood and timber, or lumber and timber? I don't remember what they call these. It needs logs and then like cut planks, basically. And then it should be able to turn it around for a decent amount of cash. We have lots of money sitting around, so we can build it pretty safely. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what we may want to do, even though I'm not sure that it's profitable, is go ahead and build our own lumber mill. And we have to build that somewhere where we produce wood, which is only there. We don't produce a whole lot of it. It's possible this isn't going to work out for us, but this is in the Yamaguchi province, which, oh, we have not started right here. So we're going to build a lumber mill. It's going to operate theoretically at a loss, but I think it's going to end up being good overall. I'm not sure. So theoretically here, daily we gain 11, and here we would be losing 8. And maybe we don't need it. Maybe we don't need a lumber mill. Maybe we're gonna produce enough goods as is, just buying, and we're gonna be able to buy off the international market. And we actually have some artisans that are probably creating that for us, right? Production. No. I don't. I want the furniture factory, but I don't know if it can operate without proper goods. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. It might operate at a loss. It might not. We'll see. We're almost certainly going to be subsidizing everything. In fact, for now, we're going to make sure we're just auto-subsidizing everything, which I think we are. We could increase the level of the factory, which would increase how much it would be producing. It would also be able to hire more people. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'm good just leaving it as is for now. We might be crashing our economy. I might be ruining everything. But I don't know. It might be fine. Beer hall opening. Another beer hall is open in one of our provinces today, adding yet another notch to the province's reputation as a paradise for ramblers. Is the music playing? Yeah, it is. Paradise for ramblers, gamblers, and drunkards alike. For every 100 citizens in the province, there is now a saloon, brothel, beer hall, or other institution of vice and sin. Awesome! I want to move there! Whilst spirits may serve to raise even the bleakest of moods, the long-term effects of overconsumption are not to be trifled with. The cheers reduces our efficiency, but also militancy goes down. Or say no, which generates militancy, which isn't good, but we're pretty low on the militancy level. I think we can do this pretty safely, and I don't want to take a 5% farming and mining hit. That would be awful. It's only the poor strata. We can step on the poor. We're already overtaxing them, so that's okay. So already we've lost a point of infamy. So we're going to try to coordinate something. We're going to wait, I don't know, we might have to wait until 1970. And then we'll really power up our military. Hopefully at that point we'll start making a lot of money. Inorganic chemistry is done. Alright, so now we get the next relatively difficult decision to make. There's a lot to be said about continuing to increase our industry for lots of things. I mean, factory throughput, hello. Also mining and farming output, hello. It's amazing. Amazingly good. Mechanical production plus 10% factory tech by itself, plus a whole bunch of different inventions. Now this is cotton and wool, wool and silk. These inventions. Timber production, tropical wood production. That's not bad for us. More timber production wouldn't be bad at all. Right? You mean tea? We sell that. Cheap iron, iron production. Those are all fine too. Could go for the higher level railroads, but I don't think yet. We haven't even finished building our existing railroads. This may wait more until we have actual capitalists who will build the railroads for us. There's a lot to be said under culture as well. I mean, just some generic prestige boosts. More prestige is really, really, really good. I would like to become a great power, and a little bit more prestige wouldn't hurt. Mostly we're probably going to get that through increasing our military power shortly. 50% more research points? Okay, we should probably do that. Right? Slightly more prestige, not a whole lot. That's a lot of research. Better education efficiency? Well, that's not bad either. More national foci wouldn't hurt. More plurality and things like that. So we've never discussed plurality, but it factors into the speed at which your consciousness goes up, or it's part of the calculation for research. You can see it here, plurality. So there's a sort of I think consciousness weighs in somehow. Maybe consciousness raises plurality. I don't remember how it goes, but plurality is the idea of multiple ideas going around, you know, breaking the status quo, all those sorts of things. And there's different texts just give you more plurality. And it ties into, you tend to have a society that wants more reforms, but also is researching faster, so it's, you know, a double-edged sword. You know, more tax efficiency and all kinds of things also wouldn't hurt. More prestige. More mining and farming output. And decreasing the mine and farm size may seem like a bad thing, and in a sense it is, but it reduces the maximum population that can work a mine. Obviously, the output is going up more, so you're still coming out ahead, but it also frees up some of your population to go and convert to other pop types. In the meantime, there might be a little bit of an unemployment, but ultimately it's good. Problem is, all these things are really good. There's nothing bad. Navy is so important for us. It's going to be the basis for a lot. It may not... see, Navy build time. It may not be the end of the world right now. I don't anticipate we're going to be going and butting heads with any real strong Navy right now. So then one of the arguments becomes, well, maybe for our future war versus Korea, more ground forces be slightly more efficient. Korea is probably still going to be fighting us with the irregulars, and China as well if they get involved. So we already have a pretty big edge. Now we could do it even more. This one in particular would be extraordinarily strong for us. But I think I want to go and grab something here. So this would be 20% mining and farming. And more factory efficiency. They would need less stuff, they would produce more stuff. It costs less stuff. Versus, this is even more mining and farming output. And 2.5%. So this would help our industry less, but help our RGOs a lot more. And I think at this point, having our RGOs good may be, in fact, better. Well, these weren't bad either. Well, actually, I think we're going to improve our RGOs more because it's going to be important that we have enough goods to feed into our factories, more than the factory efficiency in and of itself. I'm going to grab this, and then we'll probably pick up the breech-loaded rifles afterwards. I think this is a decent idea. There are other really key techs, though. Some of them come a little bit later, and I hope I'm not forgetting something that becomes incredibly important by going with that. Like, it doesn't even give us any inventions, but I think this one's really good, so we're going to start going with that. I think it's going to be good for us at this time, so we'll block that off. One of the other things we would really like, actually, is that nationalism and imperialism is stupendously good for sort of just general, you know, attacking and expansion, but it's 2 techs away for us, and we wouldn't be colonizing right now. Again, we're just looking to take over Korea, but then we might be doing that. I'm not sure. We're gonna take this route. So we've got lots of money kicking around, which is good. We could potentially afford to spend more money on factories. Oh, there we go, more plurality. Like, we're making money despite the fact that we've just got, you know, all these factories under construction. Now, these might end up operating at a loss, which means we'll be subsidizing them instead, which means they're going to be costing us money, but I think we're going to be all right. Starting to get some capitalists, which is good. There we go, some more of the railroads are starting to kick in, which is good. I don't know if everywhere has got the railroad base. Oh, something I forgot to do early on. I want to build those naval bases. Why can't I ever click on Okinawa? Yeah, so this is going to cost some money. I want to build one in Okinawa, and I also want to have a couple more naval bases down here. And I don't know the exact mechanic of the naval bases. I'm going to put one in Kuala Lumpur. And maybe a fort. It's a lot of money. I'll just a naval base for now. And then we'll move these guys here. What? The Japanese botanical expedition we dispatched some time ago hasn't been heard from in quite a while. Yesterday we received a troubling report. The camp is deserted. Scattered around the former campgrounds are trace remnants of what I believe to be signs of a struggle. Tracks lead farther away into the vast, inhospitable hell beyond. I believe this is going to be the end of our expedition. We just lost 10 prestige? That is really bad for us. Holy crap. That is really not good because we need the prestige because we want to become a great power like ASAP. Damn it. Alright, I was just going to double check my railroads. Yeah, see here we still don't have the ability. Because there are hills here, it actually blocks the ability to create some railroads. Interesting. What about a naval base? Because I think we could use one on the sort of northern end over here as well. It's going to take a while to build, but this is going to be part of our trip to Hawaii. Well, I guess it's not actually that close. I didn't realize Hawaii was that much further south. Still, I think it's a good investment going forward. Yeah, we'll see. Lots of diplomacy points. I suppose we could keep, again, the UK. I'm hoping we can keep them out of our business a little bit more. Our infamy is down to just below 7. Let's start building explosives, nitroglycerin. So that's interesting. Let's take a look at an explosive factory, and what would that mean for us? Oh, vaguely profitable, not much, but vaguely. But it's also nice because it uses up. Oh, we need fertilizer and all that. I wonder, can we make... No, we can't make money with fertilizer. Because again, anything militaristic is good, even if we're not making a profit, because we use it. Oh, there we go. The glass factory is kicked in. I think, you know what, we're going to kickstart the clergy, or the craftsmen is what I'm looking for. Craftsmen in Nagoya, we're going to help them out there. Ito's got plenty, well, not plenty, but it's got some. Still, we're going to do the same thing, because they're about to finish their factory. And the clerks, we've got more than enough. We're going to start doing the craftsmen down here. Good stuff. Oh, wow, that tech happened fast. All right, so this should boost us up considerably. In fact, yeah, it did actually kick up our economy dramatically, instantly, by having the better production. We are still... Well, based on our infamy, probably 2 years away from war. Do we want to do this? Or again, do we want to go into iron steamers? You know what? I'm going to take a pause right here, and you guys leave your opinion in the comments, especially if you haven't any experience. But even if you haven't, you know, should we focus a little bit more on industry? We are making money hand over fist right now, but as soon as we go to war, it's just going to drop. And again, there's still a certain timer on how quickly we can go and start declaring war. You know, maybe it's time to start making a political shift. You know, that's a... We're nationalists right now. They keep doing little elections. So interventionists. So actually capitalists could do a lot if we had more capitalists. And that does that not change our tax rates? Yeah, actually, we can drop taxes considerably now that we have the political system. And dropping the taxes on the rich, you know, on the job creators, is actually a really good thing in Victoria at this stage in the game, because we want to encourage them and the middle class. We've got a lot of money in the bank. We can cut taxes dramatically, so I'm going to do so. And we're going to encourage, in fact, the rich are going to have no taxes whatsoever. Middle class is, yeah, pretty low. We're going to lose some money for a little bit, but then we're going to bump them up. We want to encourage as many capitalists as possible. We want to make sure they have a lot of money in the bank, because we want them to open up factories for us. So they're going to start doing that. We'll crank these up again soon enough, but for now, we should be able to operate at a loss for a little while. I'm going to, once I start the game playing again, once we come back to this video, I'm going to be playing with the tax rate a lot to jiggle it around. But yeah, we want some capitalists. We want some people building some factories. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that shift at the last, I guess in January probably is when it happened. Most of my people are conservative. Interesting. More or less protectionist, interventionist. No, this works fine for me. I'm totally okay with that. We have a suffrage movement that is building up. They have a slight amount of radicalism. What does that say? Yeah, if this hits 100, then they might flip over to an actual rebellion. But the base is actually 25, so because of some of the reforms, they're actually less radicalized, which is good. The number of supporters is probably growing. Where is it going to show me that? I mean, I can suppress these movements. They want landed voting, right? Right now, no one is allowed to vote, but we could flip it to there, which means the rich people would start to vote. Yeah, so I could try to suppress them if I had the points, and I do have enough points. We'll reduce the number of people in the movement, I think, but we'll become more radicalized. And, you know, I'm okay with letting them just go. At some point, we're going to go and do those things. It's okay. Yeah, we're going to end this video here. So our economy is going like gangbusters, although let me just play it for like a couple of days and see what happens. There we go. So we're operating at a little bit of a loss, but we can operate for a while. Things have gone from bad to worse in Khotan. See, we're at 10 already. If we hadn't lost the prestige, we would be in a much better shape. You know, it's very interesting. We could convert to a great power pretty quickly, just by building up a little bit of extra military. Although it wouldn't hurt to just increase our industry as well. Well, I mean, we are increasing our industry, but if we built a few troops, it might send us to great power status. And I'm not sure what implications that would have with our war against Korea. I don't think it would make much of a difference. It might help dissuade people to stay out of the war, but I don't think that's going to be a problem anyway. But once we hit great power, then what we can do, assuming that these guys have been sphered, and they're not yet, soon, I suspect that very soon the United States is going to sphere Hawaii. But we can then, as a great power, break that spherage and make this independent again, and then we can go and just conquer it and build a nice naval base over here. So, things have gone from bad to worse in Khotan, where the colonial police, while in pursuit of 2 locals suspected of murdering a colonial officer, have happened to disturb a shrine of some importance to local religiosity. Natives in the area are infuriated over their perceived lack of respect for their religion. Well, that's what we should use our national focus for, is we should increase immigration to Brunei and Johor. Who gives a hoot about the religion? Anyway, 5 militancy in the Singapore region, or their beliefs must be respected. They still gain 3 militancy, but 2 consciousness. I think I'm going to go with that. Just reduce the chance of an all-out rebellion. But yeah, we should be able to do something like, we only have 10% of our bureaucrats. This doesn't count as overseas, so we can't do immigration. That's kind of weird. So yeah, the best we could do is encourage bureaucrats, which might not hurt, but I don't know, I guess. What about this one? Does this count as overseas? It's an island. No. How odd. Right, so research and all that. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.